let's use today to set the record straight. Have you used a weight loss medication?
No.
Okay. Have you undergone any type of plastic surgery?
No.
Have you been facing any sort of health issues?
Absolutely not.
The level of projection that is happening and that I'm witnessing is wild. The way some of you guys talk about me, it's like you think I'm a headline or a filter, not a person.
If I'm being honest, I feel a little weird about doing this interview with you because I think we try to make it a rule that we don't talk about people's appearance and we don't talk about how people look or how they show up in the world. But I think that you've decided, fans have been noticing that your appearance has changed and there's something in you that you want to talk about this. So what has it been like for you dealing with fans speculating on your appearance or people talking about your appearance?
Well, unfortunately, it's nothing new, right? So in the height of Dancing with the Stars, it was about my weight gain. And doing Dancing with the Stars for 20 years, that's just 20 years of my life, right? 21, I'm 41 now, but maybe 18 years. People change, people evolve. What is, for me, so sad is that, you know, a lot of it is women. And I wish, and hopefully in the near future, that, you know, at least I could, by doing this interview, this is not a press tour about what people think about me, because I'm never gonna change their perspective, nor is that my goal. People can assume and think what they want, right? That is not my business. But really, it's about, like you said, to do an interview about somebody's physical appearance and not, instead of asking, how do you feel? Like, you look great. You know, what is it that you're working on from within? Like, let's talk about mental health. Let's talk about like what I've done as far as the last few years when, you know, I haven't been in the spotlight, but I have done so much work on myself from the inside out. And for me, you know, I'm proud of that work. And I wish the conversation would be more towards and geared towards that instead of she is on Ozempic, she got a whole facelift and everything about her has changed, stop gaslight. You know, it's just, it's, if I were to say it doesn't affect me, I'd be lying. But does it affect me as bad as it did when I was on the show? Not even close, right? But it's interesting how people, and look, I know I've signed up for it. I understand I'm a public figure. I'm not trying to stop anything from happening, but I just am here to hopefully influence anyone who is in a similar position as me or who can relate, especially young women, that, you know, there is more depth to a human being than their outside physical appearance.
We do see that you've lost weight. I thought it was interesting that you said you don't own a scale.
No, because I'm also obsessive.
Yeah.
So, and I do suffer from body dysmorphia. Or
we all do, I think.
Right. And especially as a dancer in front of mirrors constantly, since I was a little girl. And this was even before my Dancing with the Stars career. My weight has always been an issue. But I think what people sometimes don't understand is it is a lot of work. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of self-care as well. And I have to say, in the height of my insecurity and my body dysmorphia was weekly fittings on the show. And I don't blame the show by any means, but it's just the name of the game.
Sure.
We're, you know, squeezing into these costumes, and it is what it is. But it would affect me to the point where I would weigh myself constantly. I would travel with a scale. Like, that's crazy. Like, that is definitely on a whole nother level. And I knew that this could no longer continue. And the number would affect my everyday, like, just would dictate how I feel and how I react to people.
I don't want to invalidate how you feel because I understand it, but you also have to know, like, when we looked at you, we were like, this lady has body, yaddy, yaddy, like, body. And so it was never, from a viewer standpoint, looking at you like she isn't in shape or she doesn't look good. It was like, she looks good. Cheryl's got body. Like, seriously. So just so you know.
Thank you.
Just so you know.
But also
that.
there was the other side, right?
Yeah.
Like my, you know, from dance coaches from like the past. I mean, this is something that has been, I wouldn't say, because I was never overweight, right? I am still very curvy. Like, it's just the way my bone structure is. And by no means, I think a lot of people may now take my weight loss as, well, she's not a good example. You know, here she is preaching about body image, mental health, But just because I have chosen to lose weight, to work on myself, to feel good, to actually love what I see in the mirror, but more importantly, to love me, that doesn't mean that I'm no longer an advocate.
Do you put a number? Have you put a number on your weight loss, or are you not?
So I don't weigh myself every day. I still don't own a scale. I went to a doctor's appointment, and that was the last time. It was like a few months ago. So.
So
yeah, I can feel it in my clothes, obviously.
Well, yeah, and you can see it. I mean, obviously. But people at home are going to be asking the question, well, then how did you do it? How did you lose this weight? Because there's a lot of women at home that are sitting there that are struggling with it, trying to lose, trying to bounce back after having a baby, or just going through life changes.
Perimenopause, honey. Like, I'm going through it. I understand.
Yes, indeed.
I understand. Well, like, just from not talking about like all the mental health work I've done, right? But aesthetically, I guess, I'm on a very clean food program called Zen. They deliver fresh to my home every single evening. I don't eat past 6 p.m. and I was a night eater. I'm a night owl in general. I don't know if it's the dancer inside me, but I've always been that way, where like I'm not hungry during the day, so I will skip breakfast, lunch, and then I would binge eat at night. And I did this for almost the whole time I was on Dancing with the Stars as well, because I was burning and I was just like not really, I guess, thinking about, I was just trying to survive, like the daily stress and grind. But when it comes to being intentional and now not having to be in front of a mirror every single day, do fittings every week, compare myself to maybe some other dancers, right? It has really, it's been a great detox, and no pun intended, but it has taken a lot of weight and pressure off me.
So you feel better.
I don't even know who that girl is in that sense, right? That constant like self-hate, the self-talk that I would say to myself, like it was just not healthy. It wasn't healthy.
Being in your 40s and being in that part of your life, has that changed the way that you approach now health and fitness? It has to, right?
It's all intentional now.
Yeah.
Before it was like my fitness just came easily. I was dancing every day. There was no other fitness needed. But now I have to choose myself. Like I have to choose to be healthy. And it is something that I put as my number one priority. And maybe this is why I'm not dating. Like I'm really focusing on me and feeling good first from within. And then whatever follows, right?
Now you mentioned, I gotta follow up on that. You said you're not dating.
I'm not on a dating app. I don't plan on ever being on a dating app. But
okay, but
my sister
are you
just
open?
got married. My sister just got married and met her husband on a dating app. So she's been trying to slowly convince me. But I am definitely, my energy isn't like, don't come near me. It's not like that. But I'm also not trying to do a dating app. I don't like
I've never
that is
done
just
one.
a straight up swipe, and you're just like, there's no depth to this app.
I've never done one, but I have had people that have sat in that chair, other celebrities, that have found their people on dating
my
apps
sister did.
that swear by them, that say you gotta flood the zone. That's the only way to find someone.
But maybe I'm not like that hungry to find anyone though.
Okay.
Like I'm good. Like I am content.
But your heart's open to love. You do.
Totally.
Right.
But I'm not looking for it. I'm not like, let's go look for it, right? I just found myself, so I'm just enjoying this right now.
There are a lot of people, and celebrities especially, because you do get, like you said, you get a lot of the stuff, the ish. It kind of comes with the business every now and then. Who would have said, I'm just gonna let that go. I'm not gonna say anything about it. I'm just gonna mind my own business. I'm gonna take the hits that people give to me. Why did you decide you wanted to speak out about this?
Well, that's the thing. It's like, for me, I think there would have been, I have this, I guess it's a trigger for me to not address something that's been lingering or that has made an impact in my life. And I have been so open. And this is where also I've seen people say, well, you've been so open. How come you're the gaslight? I'm like, this is the thing. For me to sit in silence is not doing me justice, is not trying to at least show a good example for the next generation. I think it's important that we voice, everyone has the right to their own opinion, but for me, it's bigger than just me, right? It's for people to really understand that all of this stuff, all of the outside noise is something that I used to crave for validation. And what I'm learning now, whether you wanna say it's late or whatever, at least I'm learning it now, is that no matter what, all of it comes from within.
I think what's disappointing is to hear you say that most of it comes from other women.
It is the fact. Yeah, unfortunately. I mean, I see it on my social media, and not only does it come from women, but like they're making videos and tagging me, you know, so I'm seeing all of this stuff, and I'm just me. Period.
Well, let's use today then to set the record straight. Have you used a weight loss medication?
No.
Okay. Have you undergone any type of plastic surgery?
No.
Have you been facing any sort of health issues?
Absolutely not.
Okay. So all of those things you unequivocally say, this is what the truth is.
Yes.
Got it. Got it.
100%.
And I think I asked that because we also have known you, and you touched on this too, you've always been a proponent of body positivity. We've seen that from you, and we've seen other celebrities who are kind of going through body transformations. Lizzo, Meghan Trainor, they get this stuff too from their fans. They get questioned when their appearance changes. So what do you want to say maybe to the fans about focusing on that body positivity no matter what size a person is?
It's just that. It's like, it really, I think body positivity is everything, right? It comes from within first.
Sure. Has this been the most challenging part of fame for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say. Especially, but that's just maybe because it's been a trigger my whole life, my weight. Yeah.
I wonder, because you had such a great run on Dancing with the Stars and we loved you so much on that. Are you done with reality TV? Would you do something else like a Traders?
I mean, yeah, I'm always up for something new and challenging. Yeah, I mean, I have a couple things in the works right now that is a whole nother side of me that hopefully we will see soon. But as long as I can be authentic to who I am, then I'm down. I'm not Survivor. I'm not a survivor in that sense. I'm a survivor, but I'm not a survivor. I'm not naked and afraid survivor.
Right.
No,
You're not going to the island.
Nope.
With nothing.
I love the island, but not the naked and afraid part. I can't do that. No, that is a pass.